Hello, Dr. James Bogash, expert in health and longevity, and today we're going to talk about photoperiod. And this is a word you should understand because it has a massive implication on your overall health. And this isn't a new topic that I've talked about, but if you think about it, we've pretty much screwed up the daytime and we've screwed up the nighttime. Our ancestors were out in the sun all day long, and then they probably slept in caves. The only light they had access to might have been moonlight, but light was light, dark was dark. We have completely effed that up in today's society across the globe. And that has a lot to do not just with melatonin, but melatonin probably helps to trigger the idea that it's nighttime. So basically, whenever sunlight hits the retina, specifically blue light, there's certain frequencies of light that in the blue spectrum that will shut down melatonin production. So when the sun goes down, our body's like, hey, it's nighttime, it's time to do night stuff. And like all these devices that were our tablets, our TVs, our overhead lights, our phones, these are all white light containing devices that have blue light in them, and it's completely screwing up our rhythms. These alterations are linked to things like obesity, cancer, diabetes, absolutely with things like dementia and brain, but those are all tied in with that. Longevity, so living longer. Like, there is absolutely no doubt you can do everything else right, but if you are not respecting these concepts, you can pretty much throw it out the window. So what does that mean in today's society, other than just living out in the woods by campfire alone, would be making sure that we use any lights. You can use blue blocker glasses. For those of you that were around in the 80s, if you remember Car and Driver, they used to have the glasses, buy 3, just pay for shipping and handling type deal. Today's blue blocker glasses are pretty much indistinguishable. I am generally not a fan of using blue blockers during the day because we're supposed to be getting that light. And I think that blue blockers during the day are going to kind of interfere with that. However, once the sun goes down, using ice, whatever they call it on your phone or device, eye strain or blue light blocker or nighttime mode, turn those on. In a perfect world, get blue blocker glasses, or if you wear glasses, get an eye shield, and see how much that plays a role in your ability to fall asleep and to stay asleep. I'm a huge fan of sleep masks. There is more than enough evidence to suggest that even a little light at night, not even enough to keep you awake, but somehow that light gets through our retinas, affects melatonin production, and links to things like childhood obesity, and cognitive function. So no doubt that we need to respect these boundaries of light and dark that Mother Nature gave us, and we have completely kicked to the curb. This particular study just talks about photoperiod, which is the time in which we're exposed to light and not exposed to light. And again, if we had no exposure to electricity, we would be at the mercy, if you will, of Mother Nature, and those photoperiods are pretty well defined in nature, and they don't change very much. Certainly seasonal, but those are slow changes, and they're still generally sun up to sundown. It's going to be around the same time year to year, unless you're living. The equator can have a difference, like, or how far from the equator. So Alaska obviously is a different story than Colombia or Costa Rica. So as always, I'll post a link to this particular study talking about the photoperiod and how important all of those regulations are. Make sure you like this video, share it with somebody who you think needs the information, and subscribe to the channel.